Hey guys, happy Friday, extra happy Friday, because it's Friday. Math notebooks, label at the top. Today is February 26th. Yesterday we talked about measurement. What kind of measurement were we talking about yesterday, Malia? Length. Good. And that kind of measurements that we were using with length is customary units that we were talking about. Okay, they're the standard. We talked about how we change from one certain measurement to another. What's that called when we're changing from one measurement to another? What's that word we use, Max?
Conversion.
Yeah, conversion. We're converting them. What is our rule when we're converting if I have a small measurement and I'm going to a bigger measurement? What kind of computation do I do, Justice?
Dividing.
I do dividing. And if I'm doing a bigger measurement and converting it into a smaller unit, what kind of computation, Hannah? Multiplication. Very nice. And we know that you guys need to use the charts that I provide you because it's going to be way too hard to memorize all of them. They're going to show you the numbers that we're using to give us our equation on how to convert our measurements. Today, we're going to talk about capacity. Okay, yesterday we had length. Today we're going to have capacity. Does anybody know what that word means, capacity, Mason?
Bigger.
You think bigger? What else?
As much as you could hold.
As much as you can hold.
Like the amount of objects you can put into a thing.
The amount of objects you can put into a thing. All right, let's go ahead and listen to a song and see if they give us some more clues on what capacity means. Oh.
One gallon split into fours is 4 quarts. Take that and divide by 2 and you got a pint. Split that pint up into halves and make a cup. And that cup will fit 8 fluid ounces inside of it.
Or 8 pints or 16 cups. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. Or 16 fluid ounces.
A gallon of milk split in fours makes 4 quarts. Split a quart of milk in half, then a pint is what you'll have. But you can make 2 cups, you see often when you drink your school milk carton. If you can drink the milk in 8 sips, each is about an ounce going through your lips.
Or 8 pints or 16 cups. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. Or 16 fluid ounces.
So capacity, they were talking about how it's not the same as volume, right? What did you notice about what was inside? What was inside of the containers that they were showing us? They showed us quarts and pints and cups and gallons. What was inside all of those? Megan? Milk was in some of them. Max? Fluid ounces was one of the measurements we had. Alyssa? Water was in some of them. Give me a more general term. Malia? Yeah, liquids. Liquids was what was inside of those. All right, on Schoology, there's going to be 2 images that you need to save. All right, so just like length, we need to be able to know about how big something is, because we're going to need to be able to compare and see which one is smaller or larger to know our equation. All right, so this one is going to be able to help you. We are only looking at the left-hand side for today, our customary units of capacity. So a fluid ounce, okay, if you take a spoon, the amount that you can hold on a spoon, that's about 1 fluid ounce. Okay? Anything that you could put on a spoon, 1 fluid ounce. A cup is about the size of your milk cups at school. Those little cartons that you can buy, chocolate milk, white milk, okay? That's about 1 cup. A pint is 2 cups, okay? So if you took 2 of your milk cartons at school, that's about a pint. A quart is 2 pints, or 4 cups, or 32 fluid ounces. And they have at the grocery store, I don't know if you've ever seen a larger carton. It's not as big as a gallon of milk, but it's bigger than your school cartons, okay? And that's about the size of a quart. And then a gallon is like your milk jugs that moms and dads or grandmas and grandpas, whoever's at home, get from the store, okay? That container right there, that's your gallon. All right, so make sure you save this one. It will help you if you need to reference to be able to compare larger or smaller. Your other one is going to be your chart that we're going to use today. That we will need for our equations. Customary units of capacity, and it tells us how many fluid ounces in a cup, how many cups to a pint, how many pints to a quart, and how many quarts to a gallon. Save this image. And I'm going to leave it up here also while we're working so we can do our equations. Right light, please. And let's do some examples. Go ahead and turn both lights on. It's still kind of dark. All right, our rule is not changing. Even though yesterday we were working with length, today we're working with capacity. Our rule is still the same. If we're going big to small or small to big, which kind of computation we use. So all we have to change for today is we have to change in our numbers that we're plugging in. Instead of the chart for length, we're using this chart here for capacity. Number 1. Thank you. 32 cups. A cup's abbreviation is just a C. No period, just a C. Equals blank gallons. The abbreviation for gallons is GAL. No period. So 32 cups equals blank gallons. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm doing it up here, you should be doing it in your math notebook, not just sitting. All right, am I going big to small or small to big here? That is what we have to decide. If you need to, reference back that sheet. Which was bigger, a cup or a gallon? My gallon is bigger. Yep, so I am going here, small to big. And when I'm going from smaller to bigger, what kind of computation do I do? I'm dividing. Let's check our chart to see. What is my equation going to be, I'm looking for cups and gallons. Cups and gallons. Well, I see how many fluid ounces are in a cup. I see how many cups are in a pint. I see how many quarts are in a gallon, but it doesn't tell me how many cups. My chart doesn't give me what I need here. What do we have to do? Mason?
Maybe you divide the cups by a gallon
Divide the cups by a gallon?
or multiply.
Or multiply? No, I'm still going to divide. That's still my rule. Mimi?
Maybe estimate.
Estimate. Estimate's always a nice option, but I'm not even sure what to estimate because I don't even know how many cups are in 1 gallon. Malia?
So first you gotta see how many cups are in a quart, and then you gotta multiply that.
Oh, so I'm going to have more than one step here then, right, Malia? Is that what you're saying? So I'm going to have to see how many pints are in a cup, then see how many quarts that would be then. So I'm going to have a couple steps here. Very nice. All right, so let's turn these cups into what? I could turn these cups into pints, right? It tells me how many cups to a pint, right? Would that work?
Yeah.
How many cups in 1 pint?
2.
2 cups per 1 pint. So I need to take this 32 and divide it by what?
2.
All right, so 32 divided by 2. And hopefully that's mental math. What is 32 divided by 2?
15.
And that's 16 gallons? Nope, not yet. That's only 16 pints. All right, so I got a little closer. That's 16 pints. And PT is our abbreviation for pint. But am I there yet? They want gallons. Do I have gallons yet? No. So let's see, can I change those pints into something closer to gallons? What gets me another step closer?
Quart.
Quarts. So I could turn these pints into quarts. How many pints in 1 quart?
2.
2. So I need to divide by what? 2. Because I'm still working small to big here. So now 16 divided by 2. What is 16 divided by 2?
8.
Equals 8. And 8 what? What was this measurement?
8 quarts.
8 quarts. But are they wanting quarts?
No.
No, they're wanting what?
Gallons.
Gallons. So are we done? Nope. Let's come back to our chart here. All right, I've got quarts. How many quarts are in a gallon?
4.
4. Is that gonna be what we want then?
Yes.
Yes, that's gonna be our end result is gallons. So 4 quarts. So I'm still working small to big. So what's my equation?
16.
8, because I have 8 quarts. Divide by 4. 4 quarts to 1 gallon. What's 8 divided by 4?
2.
What's my label?
2 gallons.
2 gallons. Is that what they wanted us to convert it to?
Yes.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we were able to always use just one step, right? But today you're seeing that sometimes you might have multiple steps. All right. Number 2. Number 2 is 16 quarts equals blank cups. All right, what's our rule? Are we going small to big here or big to small? I heard both. I heard some people say small to big and big to small. Use that sheet that I gave you if you need to reference. Big to small. And if I'm going big to small, what kind of computation do I do?
Multiply.
I'm going to multiply. Very nice. All right. How many quarts are in a cup? Let's look at our chart. How many quarts in a cup? Does it tell me how many quarts are in a cup? No. So now what? It tells me how many pints are in a quart. Would that get me a step closer to cups then? Yeah. All right, so how many pints in one quart? 2. So what am I going to do with that 16? 16 times 2, which is what? 32 what? What was this measurement? Quarts. QT for quarts. But are they 1 in quarts? No. Can we see? Wait, we're not in quarts here.
That sounds like
We're not in quarts because we already had quarts. We converted these quarts into pints.
I said
Pints. PT for pints. There we go. All right. How many pints to a cup?
2.
1 pint equals 2 cups. So what do I need to do with that number I have now? 32 times what? 2. Very nice. 32 times 2. What is 32 times 2? And 64 what? Cups. Is that what they wanted? Our measurement in cups? Yes. They want us to convert quarts to cups. 64 cups. Very nice. All right, with a neighbor, staying in your seat, with a neighbor, I want you to do this one. 48 quarts equals blank pints. With a neighbor, I want you to work on that one. 48 quarts equals how many pints? Quarts equals how many pints? And you're gonna need your chart, which is right here. 48 quarts equals how many pints? If you're finished, be patient. I have a couple friends finishing. One more minute. All right, let's go ahead and check here what we had. Who would like to share? What is my equation? Charlie.
48 times 2.
So 48 times 2. Why times 2?
Because there's
Oh,
two pints and a quart.
because there's 2 pints to a quart. Very nice. And we're going what? Big to small or small to big? We're going big to small. So that's why you multiply? Very nice. So what did you get when you did 48 times 2?
96.
And was that our final answer?
Yes.
Very nice. So that one only took one step on that one. They're not always going to be multiple steps. All right, number 4. I want you to do this one independently. We talked about this yesterday. Try your best, and then we will go over it. What does that mean? It gave us, we have to turn these pints into quarts and pints. I'm not going to discuss it yet. I got volunteers. I'm happy some of you guys remember. Try it, and then we'll talk about it. Everybody's trying this one independently. Independently. 5 pints equals how many quarts in pints? Write it down in your math notebook. 5 pints equals how many quarts in pints? And then you are going to need your chart. Here we go, here we go. 5 pints equals how many quarts in pints? One more minute. All right, let's go over it. 5 pints equal how many quarts in pints? Well, first off, am I going, turning these pints to quarts, am I going big to small or small to big?
Small to big.
And when I go small to big, I do what kind of computation? I'm doing division. Well, how many quarts were in a pint? Did it tell me on the chart? Alyssa? 2. So what do I do with this? 5. 5 divided by 2. That's not going to give me an even answer. What is 5 divided by 2?
4.
Remainder
2, because 2 times 2 is?
4.
Well, I have a 2 remainder 1 here. What do I do with a 2 remainder 1? Raina, what do I do with a 2 remainder 1?
The 2 is going to be the quarts, and then the 1 is going to be the pint.
Very nice. So it has 2 quarts. This remainder then is our 1 pint. This 1 pint, was that enough to make it another quart?
No.
No. But can we just eliminate it just because it was left over?
No.
No, we still have it. We can't eliminate it. So our remainder, we interpret it as a 1 pint left over then. So 5 pints is the same as equals to 2 quarts and 1 pint. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your homework for tonight If you did not finish your morning work, which was going over some more length measurements, you have that. You have 10 problems on I Know It Math. All right, any questions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got work time.